Hey guys, what's going on? So here's the first video of many to come this tier. I guess second if you're including the UI video, but first in terms of raids, we're just going to go over the Infinity kill. They just killed this tonight. This was a prog night for them, so they learned all this as they went. Please watch this video before we're doing the heroic fight. We're just going to watch Billboy's POV of the kill, and that's it. I'll go over some intricacies of it. So pulling into the fight here, there's the 3 ads. This is very similar to P1. There's going to be room, suppression, and stuff along those lines, but pretty simple stuff. So the main thing is that these orbs are targeted on players, and we have to drop them in good spots. And so you'll see here, the first one's probably on a melee. My guess is that's why, or maybe there is a random one that I'm unaware of. But there is definitely 2 that are targeted on ranged. Bang. You can see it right here. There's a purple arrow above this guy's head, and there's a purple arrow above someone else's head as well. This person right here. And so this is the area now, along with big healer damage. And so this will pop and go boom. And then that is the main healing portion that is scary for the fight. And these happens consistently through P1, P2, and P3, so it's all that damage tempo. You'll sort of see it as watch the frames as we go. There's also a healing debuff here, null corona. There's one that goes out. Pretty much if it's dispelled, the remaining orb jumps to another player. So you only ever want to dispel this if it is going on a player that you do not want it on, or that is in danger of dying. If it's on someone who's super strong with it, you probably just leave it and heal it off. And that's sort of how that mechanic works. Same thing as normals, we need to have, remember those big thick lines? We'll see them coming up here in a second. They're the Silver Strike arrows. They need to break the ads, but they do it a little bit differently. This is how we're going to do it. So there's 2 arrows that come out at a time, at least in P1. So you'll see it comes up from Illyria always. So it's from Illyria, and it's going through this player over here and through another player over here. The first arrow that comes out, we are prioritizing hitting the 2 other ads, not the one we are on. The reason we're doing this is that when the arrow does come out, it does damage right here. It will do 200k in anyone in the line. If we were to throw it here on this ad, we would hit the entire raid, and that would not be good for our healers. So these first 2, you're just going to have to natty figure it out. In this case, this guy probably goes right. This guy probably goes left. We'll see it happen here. You have time to make it, and they go and they hit their ads. If this doesn't happen, we can always fix the layers at the end of the world, but you'll notice that Billboy here, and probably other ranged as well, we're nuking it here. It's probably just better, right? You can switch early, do all that sort of stuff, as long as you didn't have the drops of the poop behind you, which he did not, so he will break it, and life will go on. So this ad back here would technically continue to live until the second Silver Strike arrow, which is coming out soon, in 4 seconds, and when this comes out, 1 person will hit the ad in behind, probably this guy. Yep. And after that, we're done with the arrows. They just get pointed into nowhere. I also posted a thing in the channel for this boss as well, for what the arrows do remove. And pretty much in P1, it's not much. You shouldn't be taking the damage taken debuffs from these void droplets. That's bad. And so other than that, you're just using it to break the ads, excuse me. So that's it. We're just DPSing our P1. There's a poop spawning over here because someone's double dotting. It's not the end of the world. This phase is pretty free. Always put the lines in the safest spot that you can. People play around it, so don't do a lot of movement last minute, and then we're just nuking the boss. P1 intermission, exactly the same. Don't get by circles on the ground, and don't get stuck in the middle. And then we're going to start in the corner of a platform. So what they do on this fight is debated it. Do we have people sit on the middle side of the platform? They actually just had everyone sit on Illyria at the start, and we're probably going to do the same. And then what they did is they had some range sit on Illyria after this as well. Pretty much our goal is to get Illyria to just around 60% prior to the phase change to the end. But what we do is we just have to grip in ads. Like so. They don't die until they get hit with the I believe the sting is a debuff. You can clear that. You either eat it for 15 seconds or you can clear it with a line. I don't think you prio clear it with a line here. Billboy does not. It looks like he's just eating it. Same thing, we have to have good drops for our stuff. So this is all baited on the raid and range. So you can see these 2 players right here. There's a Holy Priest. Void Expulsion, this is the first one. So this is mainly just using the room behind us, and then the raid will always move together forward. Boom, boom, boom. They're going to drop good ones. These lines have to go through the ads, like so. Boom. And then we're just continuing on. So you notice the tanks hopefully know when to swap. I'll probably make timers for this as well, but they will swap here. And so now everyone's hitting the Simulacrum. The way this phase ends is we kill the ad over here. The ad phase does not end until we kill this ad. So Billboy's going to continue hit Illyria a little bit. We're going to keep dropping good explosions. He has the dot. He doesn't seem to really care. He's just going to eat it the whole time. We're going to have to figure that out in terms of if it's worth getting hit by the arrow or not. Doesn't seem like it is from this POV. Not sure about other DPS or how they're managing it, but it looks like eating it isn't too big of a deal or too big of a scare. And that's really all of P2. They're going to keep swapping back and forth. It's going to be important to pump damage into Illyria. We just continue to grip, CC ads, kick ads. They can't get cast off. AoE kicks like 3 Boombas in a row, bang, bang, bang. You can pop your DRs when you're scared. That's going to be up to you, but make sure you're using them. And that's sort of it. It's a super healing intensive fight. We're going to 6 heal this, and that's what we're looking for. So he's pounding Illyria. All the melee are just going to pound whatever they're closest on. So this would be the Simulacrum. And we're just doing damage. And we're always baiting behind us. We all cross together, so we get 1 tick of some sort of damage. And that's sort of it. We go around the room. We want to get her. They get her to around 61%, I believe. They're just blasting, and now they're phasing. You can still do a bit of damage while you phase. They get her to 61% with stuff in time. We could probably do 63, 64, maybe 65%, depending on our last phase damage. But that's really it. And now you're just going to clear this debuff that's ramping in intermission with the lines that come up from the middle, and intermission should be pretty free. We just got to stay together. P3 differences here is the way we're going to break the grasp that come out. So this whole phase, we're always staying as a group. We start first platform right here, and they move towards their star mark. Their star mark will move. Pretty much our rule is we kind of just move, that's what, 10 or 15 yards, and we stay as a group always, and you'll see why. So the first grasp that comes out of the break order is melee, healer, tank. And so melee will always break first, they will break, and then the healer will break right after, and then the tank. And the reason why we move as a group, they're going to the star marker, is the circles come down, which do big boom but damage here. They get baited, but also the lines get baited. So when we all move as a group, they will always point away from us. You never have to think about that mechanic. You just have to move as a group. So we go to the outside. They will probably go this way. Yep. They will do it like this. If there is downtime, you can play it and try to keep uptime for yourself like these melee did. DPS is going to be very important, so play the best that you can. And they're just going to slowly move around the platform, and that's really all of P3. They're going to gate this first one. We'll probably do the same just to keep it super simple and to keep uptime. Devouring Cosmo is the one that deletes the platform, so they're going to continue to move around. If there is another bait of grasps here, they will go melee first, into healer, into tank. Yep, just watching frames. Great job. And then they're going to move towards the middle, and then they're going to prep the gate here. Min-maxing damage, doing as much as you can. And then gating over, don't take a tick. And then we restart. We start on this side, and they will probably move, if I had to guess, up there. Yep. Billboy staying back, so he's going to have to play around the lines in order to do damage, which is fine. You just have to make sure you don't die. But other than that, the group is moving as a whole. There is no platform denial here. My guess is there probably would be on Mythic, but who knows. And that's just it. We're sort of moving those phases. It's very simple. It's just doing damage. So they got the boss at 61%. We'll just go to the end here to see how close it is. So their timer is this Devouring Cosmos. They can stack in the corner for a bit. Doesn't look like we'll be able to do much past the 61% based on this timer here. This is Enrage. We would bait as much as we can in this corner here. But that's it. That's all there is to the fight. So main thing is going to be optimizing damage in P2. We'll just start by having everyone together hitting it, and then a couple range. We can just assign them as we go, hitting the just Illyria in P2. Not sure which would be best. Non-cleave classes for sure. So that's Bilbo 1 here. I'm not sure what else would be an Enclave who could reach the Simulacrum. But definitely some people are going to have to continue to hit only Illyria. And then as the tank swap here is when we make our swaps. All right. If you have any questions, post on the channel, let me know. But that should be everything you need to know for Heroic on Monday and what the plan is going in. Thanks, guys.